Hello. I'm pouring my drink. I'm pouring my drink. How is everybody? It's Friday. You should be happy. You like how I didn't wait for you to answer? Because that's what I do. It's my show, and I don't let you answer. So I hope you guys are doing great. I am Dave England, the host of Wine with Dave. And last night it was Water with Dave. So that was interesting, drinking water for the very first time. Sometimes it's Rum with Dave. It's usually something. It's usually something with Dave. I have a guest that's coming on in a week or so. He's hilarious. He's actually a professional comedian. And he says, I can't wait to be on Drugs with Dave. So we'll see how that one goes. Listen, I want to let you guys know that it is wine o'clock. So leave a comment. Let me know if you're watching. We got like 5 people watching already. Just type in the comments. Just say the town you're from. Say the city you're from. Just say hello. I'll click it. And actually it shows right up on the screen. So somebody do that. Somebody do that so I know you're out there listening and watching. So it's Friday night. Man, it is 9 o'clock or wine o'clock, and it's going to be wine o'clock for the next 59 minutes. Let me grab my first sip. This is the first night I'm wearing a hat, too. Not that that's interesting or anything like that, but so just leave a comment, okay? Leave a comment. Let me know you're here. Please, somebody leave a comment. I don't see any comments coming through. Oh, that's weird. Why isn't no comments coming through? Anyway, I'm not seeing any comments coming through. That's really strange, but I see 2 that showed up. Anyway, wow, what is going on? There's no comment. Did I just post to the wrong page? Oh, hold on, folks. Stay right there. Stay right there. I think I posted to the wrong page, but I'll see. Come on. Show up. Hope everyone's doing great on a Friday. It's really it's a really good day. I'm just killing time here. I'm going to leave a comment. Hello. I've got 2 likes. That's weird. I'm not getting any comments. What is up with that? That is really strange. Anyway, I know you're out there because I see you coming through. Yeah, no comments are coming through the feed. I don't know why. It says no comments. All right, you know what? Let me turn off comments. And because I really want you guys to ask questions because it's really good. All right. What do we got? I'm going to start the first segment because I'm sorry. I'm a little discombobulated. That completely threw me. That is really, really, really weird. I usually have comments. Listen, introduction, likes, comments, shares. Please share the page because it goes to your people. And I want the word to get out that the show is alive and doing something because that's cool. I could really appreciate that. And give me little likes and comments like I just said. And that is really, really weird. Why is it not coming through? Oh my gosh. Anyway, I see what you're saying. Beth Mazza is having a nice Pinot Grigio. Rick Greenwood, like the hat. He likes the hat. That's cool. Yeah, it's a little backwards hat. Happy Friday, and Steve Wolf is watching down the street. So I'm going to have to look this way to read the comments. Hope you don't mind if I kind of do the shift. All right, are you ready for the next segment? I love this segment. But this next segment, just so you know, is it's going to be interactive. A couple questions are going to be interactive. So watch out. Get ready to type something, and I will see if you've got the right answer. But unfortunately, it's not going to show up on the screen tonight, and I don't want to start this whole thing all over again. Ready? Here we go. Did you know? Did you know it's possible to lead a cow upstairs, but not downstairs. Did you know? Did you know frogs can't swallow with their eyes open? Did you know? Elephants are the only mammal that cannot jump. Your tongue is the fastest healing part of your body. Did you know that? Try biting it. Dragonflies have 6 legs, but they can't walk. Did you know that? Did you know in 1878 the first telephone book contained only 50 names? All right, here's the interactive question. Popcorn was invented by who? Type in the word popcorn, dash, and then type in your answer so I know which one, because I got 3 of those. I'm going to get confused. French fries, here's the number 2 interactive question. French fries are originally from what country? Type in French fries, dash, and then put in your country. See if you got it right. Hey, no cheating, no going to Google on this. This is the honor system. Did you know in a deck of cards, the King of Hearts is the only one without a mustache? And did you know that apples are more effective at waking you up in the morning than coffee? An octopus pupil is rectangle. Did you know that? I'm having fun with this. There are only 4 words in the English language which ends in dus. Hazardous, horrendous, stupendous, and tremendous. Okay, here's another interactive. It's the 3rd one of the night and the last one of the night. What is the oldest word in the English language? Type in word, dash, and then put in the word that you think it is. Who else is? Anybody else sharing? No one is sharing. This is strange. Nothing showing up. Is anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? It's physically impossible for a pig to look up into the sky. Did you know? And did you know, last but not least, bookkeeper and bookkeeping are the only 2 words in the English language with 3 consecutive double letters. O-O, K-K, E-E. All right. And that wraps up that segment.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That wraps up that segment. And that's a random picture. That's how it goes on Friday night. Let's see. Let's see the comments people have made. No one's guessing. Oh, we're ye. Oh, Mike England thinks the oldest word is ye. Anybody else? Any other takers? Any takers? Let me look. Oval, Redenbacher. No. All right, let me go. You guys you're already drinking. Popcorn was invented by who? Not Orville Redenbacher. By the Aztec Indians. Already drinking. Brandon DeFire. Dave, you're the man. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you. I wish I could. Why can't I get your comment on here? That is weird. That is weird. Okay, there's the comments. No comments. I am going to figure that out. The oldest word in the English language is not ye. You know what it is? Do you want to know what it is? It's town. The oldest word in the English language is town. French fries are originally from what country? Anybody know? Come on, people. Belgium. Belgium French fries. Is that it? Aztec Indians invented popcorn. Belgium French fries. Oldest word in the English language is town. All right, great. That was cool. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Struggling with technology. Can you see it on my face? I'm having a lot of fun. It said I should roll my eyes right now. show sarcastic signs. All right. I like y'all's. Everyone likes my hat. Cool. First night of a cat. Guys, it is National Principals Day. All right. Check this out. And let me show you the photo. This is cool. This is the random photo. Look at that guy, right? This, for one principal in Texas, he wanted to see his students just as much as they wanted to see him. That's why Bertie Montgomery, that guy, Bertie Montgomery, principal of Wiley High School in Texas, spent 80 hours driving 800 miles over 12 days to visit how many? How many? 612 graduating seniors. Wiley is about 28 miles outside of Dallas. He had to travel in and then go 80 hours over 800 miles to visit each and every one. This is a picture of Bertie Montgomery visiting just one of the students. He actually went through he found out where every student was, where they were at a certain time of day. Some of them were working at a McDonald's drive-thru. He'd pull up in the drive-thru, wave to them and just wish them the best of luck. Man, it's getting me emotional. That's like, that guy cares. Holy crap. He cares. With the help of his wife, Bertie Montgomery was motivated to do these senior visits after looking at the calendar and realizing all the senior events that had to be canceled because of Texas's stay-at-home orders over the coronavirus pandemic. 612 seniors. Can you imagine? That is crazy, 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 crazy. What do we got? What do we have on tonight? We got 13 people. We're getting there. We're getting there. You guys ready? For you 13, there'll be more as the night goes on, but I've got some really cool guests coming up in the future. What do I have tonight here? Let's just get into this, right? Shall we? Shall we get into it? I need to perk myself up because I was a little down that comments are not showing up. I'm a little lonely. I like to know that people like me. People like me, dang it. I should look at a mirror. Do people like me? Yeah, people do. People like me. The Echoed, they're in the back room and they're laughing. Do people like me, the Echoed? People like me. Okay, comments or no comments.
We love you.
They love me. Cool. Monday night, next week, Monday night, is commercial photographer and mood catcher Steve Mason. But tonight, you're in for a treat. The songwriting duo, The Echoed, Don Felisberto and Elton Pacheco craft original songs in their studio with zero goal of playing out. Originally from Westport, Mass., they've known each other since third grade and writing music together since teenagers. Check this out.
Like to hear.
The Echoed. How's The Echoed?
Hey, Dave.
Excellent.
Excellent. Excellent. Hey, all right, so Elton's on the left. Don is on the right. Just like the names. Just look at the names. Elton, who do you look like? You just said excellent.
Well, there's Bill and Ted. They're supposed to do a reboot, right?
Yeah, but you have that. Who's the other guy? Oh my gosh, the two comedians. Blonde hair, black horn-rimmed glasses, drummer. Bohemian Rhapsody. What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Mike Myers.
Yeah.
You got the Mike Myers thing a little bit.
Okay. All right.
It's the hair.
It's the hair. Maybe it's the hair. Yeah. Well,
this lockdown is requiring patience with haircuts, I think.
Tonight, Walter White interviews Mike Myers on CNN. They've been calling me that. Hey guys, thanks for coming on the show. Seriously, you guys are. We communicated a few weeks ago, so it felt like forever, right?
Yeah, we're excited to be here tonight. We were excited the whole entire time.
Yeah. So that pre-roll of your stuff, it's real crunchy. I like the music. It's thick, it's crunchy, like a chocolate bar, and you can sink your teeth into it. And it's really it's spatial. It's got like you're covering all the sound waves. There's this, which I know you guys spend a lot of time on. So let me ask a question right here, okay? And this is for Elton on the left. What do you see in Don that helps you write better music?
It's always been his voice. This guy has in the last couple years. I mean, all along we've had a fantastic connection. It's always been his voice. I've always thought he's had a phenomenal voice, and really in the last couple of years, his imagination in grabbing this music and constructing the melody and backing vocals and just layering. It's just it's been a joy. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you mostly the vocalist, Don?
Pretty much, yep.
Pretty much you're the vocalist. Okay. Now, got to reverse it. Do a ping pong here. Don, what do you see in Elton that makes the songs so much better?
Well, I'd have to say Elton's probably one of the most talented musicians that I know. He brings pretty much everything to the table. He makes it easy to write music with. He's a super talented guy, and his bar is set really high. So when you jump in a project, that it's going to be the best. And we have a great time writing together too. So that teamwork is key.
Yeah, and because you're a studio band. You're not like playing out. Yeah. That's not the goal, but you really want to like craft these songs really well. Elton, are you like a perfectionist with getting everything right, or do you kind of let some mistakes through?
Well, because you can live with it for such a long time. I mean, a lot of these songs were written, pretty close to 2 years ago. I mean, they're songs that are currently being written also, but perfectionist, it just, you keep going till it's right. That's about it. And what's right is subjective. It's just what sounds good to our ear, really. And we don't stop really till it's sound good.
Yeah, till we're both satisfied.
Yeah.
I got to say, I really, really like your virtual background. It looks like you're in your studio.
It's one of those backdrops.
Whoa, he can touch it.
Screen.
So tell us about that. What is that behind you? What kind of board are you working with?
It's a PreSonus Studio Live 32. It's a new board. The music that was recorded that's on YouTube was not recorded with this. This is something that's for the songs that are happening now and future songs. But we decided to go backwards. See, the trend is to get away from boards and go more virtual. I think we're going in reverse. We went from virtual to now a bit more hands-on. Realistically, what the board's going to allow for is a live band performance. Right now, everything was separately tracked, so drums, then bass, then guitar, then singing. But this is going to allow for live, capturing that vibe, that essence. That's what is in store, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little magic to that. There's magic to that, having a live band recorded.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what do you got behind that? You get just a couple monitors, and what is the software you use to actually capture the recording? It is the board brand?
PreSonus Studio One is what we're using now. Super robust, very intuitive. We've been putting it through its through the ringer. That's
paces.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, go ahead.
It's just a lot of fun.
Okay. Phil Squatch said, had the pleasure of playing in a project with Elton, A+ guitar player right there.
Geez, Phil, the check's in the mail, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, Phil's awesome.
I wouldn't say that live. Connie Pacheco says, yes, he is.
Whoa. Hey, Mom. We'll talk soon.
Steve Wolf says, eat an apple. See, I have to look at the comments over here. I don't know when they came in, so I don't know why he's just telling you randomly to eat an apple. Oh, because apples wake you up in the morning. Coffee. I get it.
That's right. That's from the intro.
I get it, because the comments aren't showing up, and I was getting a little frustrated. I'm happy now, trust me. He said, eat an apple to kind of wake up. I get it. It was Steve's birthday yesterday. He can do that. Phil Squatch just laughed. He gave you an LOL. All right, let's get into this. So, are you afraid of audiences?
Just frozen.
And I say that jokingly because I know you're not, but you just really like the craft of songwriting as opposed to playing out?
The focus is to develop, the songs first, and make sure that what we have, we're proud of before we would even consider. Not to say that we wouldn't ever do anything live. Like he had mentioned, the board that we have now would allow us to go on Facebook Live and do music and whatnot. But the primary focus right now is to put a good catalog of songs that we're proud of together.
That's good.
Yeah, live music's fantastic and wonderful. But right now, at this stage of our lives, it's just it's more convenient just to write really good songs. Would it be cool to perform this stuff? Yeah, absolutely, it'd be pretty cool to do that. But that wasn't part of the vision. Yeah, in the back of my mind, it's like I want to press vinyl for this. So when all the videos are released, we still have another like 3 or 4 videos to go. And I apologize to everyone that I personally text, because I personally text probably about 20, 25 different friends of mine. Hey, check out this video. And then 2 days later, hey, check out this video. I feel like I've run the gamut of their patience of like, this guy keeps texting me about this stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just so passionate. I just want to share this stuff. And we made some really, really cool stuff. And I forgot where I was going with that, but it sounded pretty cool.
No, well, that's good that you're texting. It shows you're passionate, because all these friends that are actually forced to listen to your stuff, what are they doing with their life, right?
Yeah.
Not to insult them, but listen, how has your music evolved since you first started playing music?
Yeah, Don, you take this, man.
Well, it's greatly evolved between, the way we approached it to the technology we use now. I was living on Plymouth Ave in Fall River when Elton showed up with an acoustic guitar, and that's pretty much how we started, doing a little acoustic stuff, some open mics, and the ability to and the change in technology allowed us to really grow our music and chase what we really thought. What's nice now is having this technology, especially being parents and having families. A lot of this album has been written remotely. So I'm at my office at home, he's here in his studio, and we're able to trade files and work on the music when we have the ability to. So I mean, technology has definitely played a big role in how we're doing it now versus to the days of playing a cassette recorder against another one to keep tracking back and forth. Where now, we have the ability to record in our home studios, which is great.
So you guys grew up in
Sorry.
Westport, but then where's the studio? Little Compton right now?
Correct.
Okay. And what were we going to say, Elton?
Yeah, I mentioned this, and Don's going to be like, oh my God, he's going to say this again. But we live in a time where technology has now really leveled the playing field. I don't need to invest in tens of thousands of dollars of outboard gear when a plugin can get you pretty close. If you do an A/B comparison, a plugin versus the big expensive equipment, are there discerning ears that can maybe tell the difference? Possibly, but the general public, I don't think so. And to my ear, hey, I don't know the difference because I've never owned tens of thousands of dollars worth of gear. I've owned plugins that are approximating those sounds, and I listen to the albums from the 70s and 80s and 60s that I really love. And we're able to achieve some of the sonic quality there. And that's, thank goodness for the modern technology. I think it's arrived. It's great.
Well, for 2 guys in a studio without a producer, you're your own producer, it is sonically full. It really is. Kudos to you guys. A lot of hours put into each song, huh?
Yeah.
There was a lot of leaving the studio 4 o'clock in the morning, and I mean, we hit it. When we hit it, we don't stop until we're satisfied.
Yeah, quite literally. Don come over like 7, 8 o'clock at night, and he'd be leaving here sometimes not sometimes.
Yeah.
It was a regular basis. Leaving here at 3 o'clock in the morning. Thank you, May, Indian Holly, for tolerating that. My wife and my children. But we just kept going till it was right. Now, Dave, you play also.
Yep.
Your stuff is mostly solo stuff.
Well, I got a band, but I have a SoundCloud account, and a lot of that's just solo stuff, playing all the instruments and just musical ideas that are just in my head. I got to record them and get them out. They're partial pieces of songs. It's like sketches. So
yeah,
absolutely.
It's good. It's good when you have some creativity. There's software that you can use to just get those ideas out. And I'm actually at the last segment of tonight. I'm going to show some really cool stuff in Dave Plays with Apps.
We can't wait.
What
we can't wait.
What drives you guys musically?
Yeah, Don.
Go ahead.
It's an interesting question. The drive. It's just something there, and there's a push from within to keep going until you get to wherever you need to go. Mm-hmm. So the seed of an idea appears and it has a certain vibe to it. You want to chase it to its end. And so the drive becomes the chase of the idea and the development and the fruition of what it becomes.
And then once that ball gets rolling, you got to chase it. Once it starts getting laid out, you got to keep chasing and trying to get to that end goal and crossing the line. That'll push you.
Yeah. What standards have you set for yourselves? Because I know that's you talk about a story that happened that really set a standard for you guys. Can you talk about that? And it involves a very famous persons.
Yeah. So when we put this together, this is Elton and I have been, like you had mentioned in the beginning, we've been writing together and messing around with music since our late teens. So it's been, I hate saying it, but it's been decades. And through those decades and hundreds of songs that we've written, it wasn't until this collection of songs that we have now that we have actually released music that we have written. Wow. There's a certain level you want to be at before you release a song that you're going to be satisfied. So Elton actually reached out to Adam Ian, who is the mastering engineer for, is it Gateway?
Yeah, Gateway.
Gateway Sounds out in Maine, and Bob
Ludwig, yep.
Ludwig. And,
big Bob Ludwig. He's like, his name is on every album.
All the important ones, I think, personally, yeah.
Yeah, from
the Eagles,
Queen,
Paul McCartney, you name it.
So he agreed to master one of our songs, and like Elton had mentioned earlier, as soon as he agreed, before he changed his mind, we made sure we sent out some music to him. And getting that back and how it was sonically was the bar that we set, because we write, we record, we're mastering our own music. The videos that are going out, this is all done in-house by us. But before releasing it, we needed a bar to be set, and we think Adam set that bar for us. So it gave us something to focus on sonically, to reach before we were able to release and feel comfortable and confident. Because these songs are our soul. This is our heart and soul. It's our blood, sweat, and tears. Like you said, this album is hundreds of hours. I couldn't even tell you how many it's been. And you release a song, it's like jumping out in the world naked. You have to be comfortable, and I think we're there now.
Right. Steve Wolf asked, do you guys do your own mastering, or do you send it to another person? So you kind of answered that, but do you still send it out to get all your stuff mastered, or do you think you try to master it based on what Bob Ludwig's disciple did?
What we did, yeah, we used that as the bar, and through doing multiple songs, then we fell onto our own. So I think that we will always continue doing everything in house. The problem is, there's always a price. There's a cost involved with any studio time or hiring anybody to do anything. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, if you're not, you have to kind of settle, because of a budget. Where here, like Elton mentioned, it's been 2 years. We would never be able to afford to pay a studio or a mastering company, that's involved to get to the point where we're actually absolutely 100% satisfied with the music when we release it.
We sent them one song. That song sonically was where we needed to go. I mean, if the guy's doing stuff for Paul McCartney and Shakira, and his list of credits is crazy. And if it sounds braggadocious, we are being bragging. Sorry. It's interesting that we were able to even get this to this guy, and we got it to that guy, and it was fantastic and phenomenal. And so we used that as, like I said, the bar, and then we essentially took every single song and we A-B'd it. We took the sonics of one song, and we're like, okay, here's this song. It's kind of in the same wheelhouse. Let's get it there, and we don't stop until we get it there. So when we A-B, the song was called In Between, the sonics of that song, and then every other song there sort of close to that. We tried to get it as close as we could, and we got within the ballpark. That's all we needed to do. And it was super satisfying. It's awesome.
Yeah, so that song, the In Between, set the sonic palette, if you were, for where you're going forward with recording. We're going to play that right now so you guys can hear it. It's not the full song. We're playing like a minute and a half, so just listen to it and just know that these guys just did this in their house in Little Compton. Little Compton. Ready? Let me cut to that screen. Here is the In Between. Probably one half of the song, but just listen to it. It's these two guys.
It's so hard when I'm in that place, but something escapes me that I can't chase, and it happens right now, right now, right now. The difference between you and me is something like the drug that's so obscene.
Here we are. Because that was great. That was awesome. So that was In Between by The Echoed and pretty much mastered by Bob Ludwig, the Bob Ludwig's disciple. And those guys were lucky but talented enough to get in there to have that done, and that set the framework for all the songs they're recording now. Great story. I love those stories. I remember growing up, I don't care what it was, ELO, Bruce Springsteen, you name it, you turn it over, mastered by Bob Ludwig, mastered by Bob Ludwig. I'm like, who is this guy Bob Ludwig? I thought he was a drummer because of Ludwig drums, but obviously not. He just happens to have that. Can you explain what mastering is? Because people know what a producer is. They're kind of listening to the song saying, yeah, that's not going to fit on the album. And they have that hard choice to say yes or no, or they might arrange some things a little different to make it radio friendly, to kind of work with the band. But that's a producer. But mastering, tell me about mastering.
It's a really good question. So it's kind of the icing on the cake. It's sort of difficult to explain in that when you mix a song, you're bringing individual instruments up to levels. So the drums aren't louder than this, and the voice isn't louder than that, and you're kind of keeping even keel with mixing. with mastering, you're taking the individual instruments sort of sonically, and you're finding a harmony between them. And in that harmony, you're bringing out the richness and fullness of them, and you're also bringing up essentially, you know, if you ever heard of Loudness Wars, right? So there's a story of Bono from U2 hearing Def Leppard's Hysteria, and a car next to him going, man, that music sounds like big and full and loud. Like, what's up with that? Our albums do not sound like that. What's going on? And it's kind of that. It's sort of the sonic qualities, the icing of the cake, where the fullness of what a song is and its volume, so it can compete with all things that are on the radio, if people listen to the radio anymore, really.
Yeah,
How else
because,
would
you know,
get to?
I might do a
It's like
track
rock.
that might be 30 seconds of a little thing I wrote and added a bass part or something. I'm like, that sounds really good, like even in my ear, but probably compared to something on the radio, it wouldn't compare. There's just this. It's
Yeah.
small. It's a small sound.
Once you master it, it makes a huge difference. It's unbelievable what it does, and that's when we first tried mastering the songs, and we were just like, this isn't working, and that's why we ended up sending it out to Adam, Ian, and and that's it makes a huge difference. It's like waxing your car.
Yeah.
You don't get that shine out a little elbow grease.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don, what did you think when the mastering came back and the first time you heard it? Did you guys like get together for a party and then
felt
listen to
defeated.
the Ludwig sound? Or
Yeah, we felt defeated because we just knew it would take forever to be able to get a budget to afford to have them all done by him. So we kind of felt defeated. But you know, when you feel that way, feel defeated, yeah, you step back and you start at square one. And we did our research, our due diligence. We jumped in, and you know, the first couple songs were quite the task, but then you just fall into a rhythm. But yeah, initially we felt very defeated because the bar was very high.
But also we felt excited. The first
We
time
did.
hearing it, I had it sent. Everything's electronically, so it came in through the email. And I called Don. I was like, dude, you got to get over here. They sent the song earlier than we anticipated. And he dropped everything. He came to my house, and we sat down in the studio, and we played it. And it's, it's like, it's like the parting of the seas.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was
and all
pretty
that stuff.
surreal to hear your songs that you worked on to be at such a level. And we were very excited because we never imagined our songs could sound like that. Then the reality came in that we had to bring all of the rest of the songs up to that level.
That's
Oh,
what
but
yeah.
I think we got pretty close.
you must have listened to all the other stuff and went,
Yeah, it was absolute night and day. Yeah,
every
we had a lot of
single
work.
song, like, there's no
We
comparison.
put our to-do list board together, and we chipped away.
There
And
you
I
go.
gotta give a shout out to John Heberman. He is a family relation. He lives in Canada, and he really floored me because when I was starting to get into all this with Don in the most recent years, understanding frequencies of instruments and how they live next to each other.
Yes.
I just thought it's recorded, and hey, they just kind of adjust the levels. But it's much more than that. It's understanding that kick drums live in a certain way,
Yes,
and
thank
snare
you.
drums live in a certain way. And he came with my house, and he messed with a few of the frequencies of a song I was working on, and I thought it was pretty cool. I'm like, I'm going to show this guy something I've been working on. I was very proud of it. And he tweaked a few things. I think he tweaked like a snare drum and like a bass line. And I think I was literally like, I was depressed. I was on the couch and like, oh my goodness, I never considered that stuff because I didn't know to. But music is more frequency management more than anything else.
Yeah,
True.
it allows all the other instruments are allowed to breathe that way. So then you hear, you know, all of the parts, the keyboards, the guitar, the acoustic, the bass line. Without that, it's all mush.
Thank you, John Heberman. Look him up.
And hi, Tyler. I gotta say hi to my son.
Hi, May. Hi, Indy.
So Steve Wolf just said, checked out what's on iTunes. I love it. And he also says, that's a great let me move my mic. He said, that's a great explanation. It's truly about the relationship of sounds. And Steve England just got here. He just got here. You know, that's so true because Steve and I, we're in the same band. And he was playing acoustic rhythm guitar, and we had a keyboard player, which happened to be my daughter, but she was playing in the same range, like if it's like the bass drums and all that, all the way up to like cymbals. She was playing in this range, and so was the guitar. and it was just it came back. It was in time, and everything was great, but it's like it's too much. It was like one was fighting with it. So I asked my daughter to play an octave higher. So now her piano part was here, guitar was
Absolutely.
here. Oh my gosh, it was breathing. It could finally breathe.
Yeah.
It wasn't suffocating.
Absolutely.
So you guys think like that when you're writing songs, like, hey, if we want to add another guitar, maybe a ukulele would be better, right?
You have to find its place. Yep, it has to be there. Otherwise, why? Otherwise, if you don't find its place, it's just going to wrestle its way out with something else and never be heard. And it'll actually take from the song. So sometimes too much is too much.
So I have another question. This is from me. How does being a studio-only band change how you write songs?
Well, it's a lot easier in that the imagination is the limitation, quite literally, because there is no plan for, hey, how are we going to pull this off live?
Yeah.
It's just, hey, let's have fun. I mean, the Beatles are the ultimate example of that. When they stopped touring, I think it's Paul McCartney who famously said, our albums will go on tour, kind of like what Elvis was doing at the time, right? No longer touring and just releasing albums, and that'll be the way it is.
And it allows us to write our songs for us. You know, these songs are very important to us. It's our heart and souls in these songs. I mean, this is everything. So I think the ability to write the songs for yourself first is extremely important, because then the songs are true. We have our own sound. I don't think that you can pretty much say, who's the Echo sound like? Well, I think we sound like the Echoed.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. So how do you see the development for the music in the future? Where are you going from here on out?
You know, our primary goal is, you know, we're not in it for the we're in it just to get people to listen to it. So in the future, we just want to keep the bar raised, keep hitting it, and just reaching out. And you know, you can download our songs free at Reverb Nation.
Go to YouTube.
YouTube. Check us out.
Subscribe so we can get 100 subscribers and get our own. What is it?
Yeah, we need 100 subscribers so we can have our own YouTube channel name, because the link's a little.
You got to do that. You got to be live for 30 days, and you got to have 100 followers or 1,000 followers. But you can follow these guys. I mean, look at their names. Elton and Don. Underneath is facebook.com, The Echoed, or at The Echoed. And you could find out everything you need. Some of the videos are on there, but definitely just look for them. You'll see their logo. It's very like thin, scratchy, The Echoed. Go to the Facebook page first, though. Guys, thanks for coming on. Really looking forward to getting to know you more. You know,
thank you very much for allowing us to do this, and thank you very much for having a show. You get a very diverse show. This is awesome that you do musicians, and you run the gamut. Comedians, I mean, right? Yeah.
We have an origami artist on tomorrow night.
No, that's what I mean. Check it out.
And tomorrow night on Wine with Dave, we got a guy that can fix the comments. I think I know what the problem is. I think I know what the problem is. I think they must have just did an update, and anyone who watches the video has to click a link that tells my software it's okay for the comments to go live. It must have just happened just before the show, because I just typed in this for me, and it's showing up. You guys can't see it, but my comment showed up. No one else. No big deal. I'm not going to beat that to death. But you guys are amazing. Sonically, I love the fact that you're just not a band that's like, we just want to play out, you know. I mean, you're really looking at songcraft. You're looking at what's emotional, what's lyrical, what's melodic and rhythmical, and spending time to create this. I mean, you guys are like two painters. You're like Picasso split in half. I mean, you're coming together to create this piece, you know,
You're the top
and
the bottom.
and that's what it is. And when he created this piece, I always see songs like that, with like songwriters, even like Lennon and McCartney. It was like a husband and wife come together. They have a baby. Every time they do a song, it's another baby that's out there forever. So you guys are creating that stuff. Steely Dan's the same way. They don't tour. They came together back in the day, and just writing music and just putting out really good quality art. So kudos to you guys, seriously.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
You've probably never been called Picasso split in half.
No, we'll take it though.
Can you name the next album that?
Which half of Picasso?
No, Picasso Split in Half by The
Picasso
Echoed.
split in half.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
We'll do it. We'll come up with something.
Well, let's put you in the credits for that one.
Don says we'll come up with something, which means no, not a good idea. not a good idea. Guys, thank you for coming on. And hang on, I have an after party. Don't leave Skype, okay? Stay on. No one will hear you, but I will. Thank you so much for coming on. You guys are the best. Follow them. Facebook.com, The Echoed. Man, they were good, huh? Those are good guys. Those are good guys. The Echoed. The Echoed. Elton and Don. It's almost like Elton John, but it's Elton and Don. Very easy to remember. All right, well, this is a part of the show. 9:45, perfect timing. And this is... Ready? Are you ready for it? You ready for it? Dave plays with apps. Why am I in two places? Oh my gosh, something's going wrong tonight. There it is. There it is. There it is. Where am I? There I. Oh my gosh, things are all crazy. Things are crazy. Oh my gosh, what is going on with my cameras? Something is going on crazy tonight. All right, FaceTime camera's off. What? I got two of me. How am I getting two of me? Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. All right, let me turn that off. Turn that on. What? That's weird. All right, well, there's going to be two of me tonight playing with apps. That's kind of weird, huh? The Echoed is a songwriting team of two guys. I can't get rid of my second camera, so there's two wines with Daves looking at an app in the middle. Oh, man. And I wasn't even drinking. Seriously, I wasn't even drinking. Guys, check it out. This is the app I want to talk about tonight. You open it up, and I don't know if you can see. You can see that, right? Boom. There we go. No, that's not going to work. That's going to be weird. All right. Boy, is this bizarre. I'm on either side of... I'm kind of beside myself. I'm beside myself. All right. In honor of the Echoed, I get these musical ideas, and you got to write them down. You got to record them quick. You don't have a big studio. There's a bunch of apps out there. They're all crappy. There's a couple that are pretty good. Pretty good. I forget which one that one was. It says it's waiting. That I don't use anymore. It's not as good. But Dolby, let me show you this. Dolby is freaking awesome. It's from the company Dolby. You know, when you go to the movies, and this was recorded in Dolby Sound. Dolby Sound. So here's the deal. It's really simple. You just hit the microphone and record. But what it does is, for the first 3 seconds, it records. It says, please be quiet. It records the room that you're in, and any little, air conditioning unit running around, or a dog barking, or someone yelling at you, put that guitar away. It records that for 3 seconds sonically, saves it as a stamp, and then it starts recording, and then it puts that stamp over the recording and removes what was there. If that's not over your head, then hang in there, because this is good. So here's what it looks like when you start to record.
You're saying it's two of them is like, there's the echo.
See, it says, please be silent. I'm not going to record anything, but you just hit it and it gets saved. All right. But let me play some tracks for you that I recorded. And let's see. Let me do the. Well, this one was one that I did by the water, giant water monster, because when I recorded it, it picked up the sound of the ocean and then tried to remove the sound of the ocean from it, and then it recorded the ocean. So it had this weird sound that I am definitely going to use somehow. I don't know. Check this out. He's going to talk to me? Can you guys hear that? Split personality, says Phil Commons here. So you can't really hear, it's not really a song, it's just that. It's just water, but it's got this weird, like, monster sound. All right, let me do another one. This was something that I did with my looper, and it's called Chicken Pickin', because I was, like, practicing on my telly. Check this out. So there's one loop, and I double it. The quality is really good. Scrub it to the end. So that's Chicken Pickin'. Then I got, what do I want to show you? Great chords. These are just names that I threw out there. Great app to get song ideas on tape. So that's it. So I'll probably turn that into a song. Let's see. This one, the next one is I Was Free. But you know, if you're a musician, this is great. I mean, it is the best. And believe me, I listen to all kinds of audio recording apps. Dolby On is the best. Spire was the one I was going to use, and that was really good. But Dolby On, oh, unbelievable. And actually, if you're thinking of writing a book, just walk around the woods, get Dolby On, and just start talking about what the book would be, chapter names and all that. And then you could do a voice to text, and you could start writing your own book right by an app. Pretty cool. So here's one, I Was Free. I'll only show you a couple seconds of it. I was free, like a bird on a wing. I was free, free like a wind on the plain. I was free. So that was just an idea. I was free. You know, I was free, which is an interesting lyric because usually people say, I am free, but was free is completely changes the lyrics. Then this one is My Halo, which Steve knows about, playing this one. But you get the point. I mean, it's great. You can use, I mean, it's a free app. It's really a free app, but you can just use it as a way to just take down ideas. Where is it? My Halo. Come on, where's My Halo? My Halo full song. Here it is. Now, keep in mind, this is just I just got it on tape, just needed to get something out there, so don't critique and go, oh, your voice is horrible. Chill out, you're not doing it. Get a job. Won't really good quality recording at the beginning. A bit Neil Youngish.
Leaving it up, just so you know. My halo is just a tune. My halo, something blow from you.
So there's that. That's it. Dave Plays with Apps. I figured out why my other camera died. The battery died. So it naturally went to my laptop camera. That's why it played that. And it would not remove the other. Anyway, little techie thing. Bill Parmentier would know. Steve Wolf wants me to play great chords. That's the name of it. Anyway, that's Dave Plays with Apps. It is 9:56. Let me close this thing out here. Let's see. Where's my camera? Canon. Where's my Canon? Oh, there it is. Oh, the battery didn't die. I am having a crazy night, folks. I don't know what's going on. I'm having a crazy night. I'm glad there's a weekend coming up. My wife, let me be honest with you. She was asking me, so how long is this thing going to go on? How long am I going to do Wine with Dave Monday to Friday? I said, well, I thought I would do it while we were just hunkered down, and then when we can all go out and meet people again, then I'll stop the show. Then I started thinking, well, maybe I make it a season. Maybe I go up to, we're at, episode 22 tonight, I think. Maybe I go to episode 30 and then stop for 2 months and then start it up again. So I don't know. Maybe I just continue going. Who knows? I actually got one person said I should take this national. I don't know, you put all your money into that. So I got a closing joke, and we're ending a little early tonight. But I asked because I didn't have a joke. I struggle with trying to find the right joke because it's just, I'm not good at just telling jokes. But and this one I will probably fail at. I guarantee you, I'm gonna screw it up. I'm absolutely gonna screw it up. So here I go. It's Friday night, right? Give me a break. So there's a barber shop. And the barber is cutting a guy's hair, and there's a person that always shows up every day. His name is Lou. And Lou sits in the corner. He never gets his hair cut. He's just an old man. And he just comes in every day, just watches, all right? So the barber's cutting a customer's hair. And this little kid comes in, and the barber looks at the customer and goes, oh, man, this kid over here, what's this? He is the stupidest kid in the world. Check this out. So he puts his scissors down. He goes, watch this, watch this. And Lou is watching the whole thing. He's in the corner. He's watching the whole thing. The barber says, kid, come over here, come over here. He takes out 2 hands. He puts a dollar bill in one hand and 2 quarters in the other, okay, 50 cents. He goes, which one's worth more? You get to take only one. The kid grabs the 50 cents and runs out the store. Goes to the ice cream store across the street. He's like, the kid is so stupid. At $1, 50 cents. Anyway, whatever. Lou is just like, whatever, goes back to reading his paper. The next day, there's a new customer comes in, getting his hair cut. The barber's cutting his hair. The kid comes in the store, and he tells the barber tells the customer, hey, this kid is the stupidest kid. You got a minute? Hold on. He puts his scissors down, goes over, kid, come here, come here, come here. Stupidest kid. Check this guy. He holds his hand out, puts a dollar bill, 50 cents. Which one's worth more? You can take your pick. Kid grabs the 50 cents and runs out. Goes across the street to the ice cream store. The guy's like, that is the stupidest kid I have ever seen in my entire life. He comes here every day. Every day. Comes in here every day. He always picks 50 cents. Stupidest kid. Goes back to clipping. Lou goes back to reading his paper. Well, one day, Lou, who shows up at the barbershop every day, is out walking down Main Street, and he sees the kid coming out of the ice cream store. And he goes, kid, come here. You go in the barbershop every day because I see you every day. And what is up with that? You keep choosing the 50 cents. You don't choose the dollar. He goes, well, and he licks the cone. If I chose the dollar, the game's over. Yeah, game's over. Oh, I told the wrong joke. What a night! Holy Toledo. I'm going to stop. I've never done this before. I am out of my mind. This was the joke I was going to talk about, which is, I thought that went really well, and I did do a good job at it. But, and actually maybe I should end when I'm ahead. But you know, this is a matryoshka. These are Russian dolls, and you know what? You know, they're all inside. You know, the whole thing, and that's how they are, right? And you know what? I have a problem with Russian dolls. They're so full of themselves. You know what? I got another joke. No.